step is to show you what it looks like to manage a hike that has an application process where you actually need to go in and make decisions about who you're going to accept. So I'm back on my dashboard and I'm going to click on this Dog Mountain hike. Now I click here and I can see again, I've got one accepted. So I've already accepted one person. I can see I've got 4 applications awaiting approval. So 4 people who've applied who need to be managed at this point. So I'm going to click on Manage All. And these are my people who are awaiting approval. So I can see Henry Safari has been accepted. And I can see all of these people are in my approval queue. So if I want to make decisions about these people, I can click on their name and I can click on View Profile. It's going to open it in a new tab. I can look at Frodo's profile, his badges, his activity history. And if I'm comfortable having Frodo on my hike, all I would do is click on Edit and click Accepted. Click Save, and he's now been accepted on the activity. Now what happens for this person is they now get an email saying, welcome to this activity. So let's go see what that looks like. So I've just gotten this email saying, grab your gear, you've been accepted into Dog Mountain. To learn more about this activity, meet your leader, click the link below. If I click this link, it's going to take me to my dashboard. If I'm not already signed in, it's going to prompt me to do so. So that's the trigger that the person knows that they've been accepted onto the activity. If it's a registration process, they're just registered for the activity. So I would want to go through and I would want to review all my people and I would mark them as accepted. Now, one thing to note here, it's really important, don't hit this complete button until the activity is over. That is a quick link that you can manage your people who attended your hike at the end of the hike. So at this point, you want to accept people. Click on Edit, click on Accepted. If you want to waitlist somebody or if you feel like they don't have the skills to do your activity, you could put Not Selected and click Save. If you do that, they will also get an email letting them know that they have not been accepted, and that email looks like this. Thank you for applying for Dog Mountain. Unfortunately, we received more application space available. We're not secure space for you in the program this year. Credit card has not been charged. Just to trigger, you weren't accepted onto this. We may tweak this language a little bit to be more generic. Might just be, thank you for applying for Dog Mountain. Unfortunately, you were not selected. Your credit card has not been charged. And go through until you've managed all of your people. So I'm going to show you what it looks like after I've accepted several people. So now I'm going to close this. So at this point, I'm going to refresh, and I have 4 people on my team. And I can see their profiles, and all of these folks, if they log in, they can see the other people that are on the hike. They can also see this required gear, the leader notes, and now if anybody goes to download activity details, they're going to get more people on this sheet. So now they have the emergency contact info of people who are on the activity. Now you as a leader have access to different information that you can download as well. So this download participant info button, this is helpful to be the sheet that you take with you on your hike to have information about your people that are on your hike with you. If you download this document, it's going to download a CSV file. And that CSV file is going to look like this. It's going to show the person's name, their role, email address, phone number. You can just expand these out to be however big you want them to be. Their emergency contact, their medical history, and any medications carried. Those are things that you would want to know if you're in the field. Like if somebody is on a blood pressure medication and they're carrying blood pressure medication with them, that's something you'd want to be aware of if you have a problem with them while you're out on the hike. So that's information for you that you can download to take with you on the hike. Now, when you get back from a hike, so everybody showed up, or maybe they didn't, and everybody went on a hike, and now you're back. Now you need to do the step of completing your hike. So again, you would go to manage all now that the hike is complete. And if somebody showed up for the hike, this is really simple. All you're going to do is hit complete. When you do that, they're going to get an email that says, thank you for completing this hike. Here's a short survey to fill out. So let's go ahead and complete Frodo. We're going to complete, that was Bilbo. Going to complete Fiona. And let's just say Leia, she flaked on the activity and she didn't show up. If that's the case, I need to click on edit and I'm going to get more options. And in this outcome, I'm going to say no show. She didn't show up for the activity. Now for you as a leader, this is going to be helpful because you'll be able to look at somebody's profile and see if they're a regular no-show for an activity. And let's just say somebody routinely no-shows for activities. We could actually look for that in reports and we could flag them as somebody who we're not going to let sign up for activities anymore. So that's managing your people. And then you just want to fill out this post-activity report. And what that involves is changing the status to completed. Now, if you did need to cancel this activity, you could select this canceled button. I don't recommend doing it here. I really do recommend following the process of canceling the activity here because that completes all the steps for you. If you cancel the activity here, you don't need to do another thing. Refunds happen, everything happens as needed. Post-activity report, you're going to change the status to completed. You don't need to do a summit date. Now, these are the elevation gained and miles that are associated with the activity. But if you've got a Garmin with you and you decide to tack on extra distance and elevation gain, you could change this. You know, if you tacked Hardy Ridge onto your hike, you could make this 4,200 feet and 14 miles. And you could even make a note in here. We decided to tag Hardy Ridge on our hike because such a great day. Trail was in good shape. Some issues with the tread near the Pool of the Winds. And if there's weather information or any sort of post-activity notes. This information is all going to be publicly visible. Somebody will be able to go and look at trip reports and see what trail conditions were like, the weather was like, etc. Click save. And that's all you need to do. You're complete at this point. Now, if you do have people who show up at the trailhead, that's where things are going to get a little bit more complicated for a while. Please see future videos and the management notes to see how to handle those situations.